Good evening and welcome to Zoom In on a Fresh Conversation. This is a special edition for the International Great Black Read Aloud Day with all our poets and our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Leroy Meadows. Thank you everyone for being here and being a part of this inaugural event, which is the International Great Black Read Aloud Day. And I am Donna Gray Banks. I am the author of Eyeless Diamonds. I am the director and founder of the Fresh Book Festival, and we are so proud to be a part of this, including Angie B Productions and Ladero Press Design. So thank you very much, Mr. Leroy. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay, I was wondering now, there are 26 days of with a different topic that people ask to read each day during the month. February the 1st was fantasies. February the 2nd was adventure. 3rd was children. 4th was motivational. 5th was contemporary. And Angie B, can you tell us about the others up to the 18th, some of the others?
She's not, her audio is not working right.
Let me see.
Okay, you're good.
Oh, okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, I know there's, I'm not looking at the list, but I know there's a day to read a book about marriage. There was, I think on the 14th was romance and love, parenting. We had a day about parenting. I'm excited. We're going to have a day about erotica coming up. I'm excited about that. But I was really thrilled to read something, and I was off schedule a little bit, but I read a children's book on the Children's Day, and that really is what got me into the whole rhythm of it. You know, some of the science fiction, some of the other days, I was thinking, well, maybe I can't be relative for that, but I could be like Mother Goose, and I can read a book to some children. And my niece was like, "Wow, Auntie, why don't you do that all the time?" And so I get it. I get the importance of reading out loud.
Mm-hmm.
If we can't read to other people, read to ourselves, find a child that needs to be read to. I love that. So like I said, I don't have the whole schedule in front of me, but I know the days that I really enjoyed. And Children's Book Day was one of my favorites.
Well, let me just give it to you really quickly. If anybody feels like they want to read out loud, it's the International Great Black Read Aloud Day month for Black History. We are on the 18th, it's poetry. Tomorrow is forgiveness. I should be reading all day. February 20th is raising children. February 21st is marriage. February 22nd is purpose and passion. February 23rd is overcoming addiction. February 24th is sports. February 25th is loss, grief, and transition. February 26th is my night, that's erotica. February 27th is detective and mystery. And February 28th is travel. So please get a book, open it up, get on Facebook Live, and just read out loud. And I know it's not, listen, it's harder than you think. I mean, just because you get to a word and say, I know that word, but but you know, you get past it and you'll find out you'll make up words because you don't know the word that's there, right? And so anyway, we hope that you all will join us for the International Great Black Read Aloud Day month, which we plan to do again this year. So thank you.
Now we're going to start out with a poet. First poem we want to hear is a well-written poem, but it has been used as a song lately, and a lot of people know it as a song, but it was initially written as a poem. And Zaire will now read that poem for us. Zaire?
Hello, good evening. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, thank you.
All righty. Lift every voice and sing. Lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring. Ring with harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us, facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with a steady beat, have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed. We have come over a way that with tears have been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from the gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years and God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us in the path forever we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee, lest our hearts drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Set out beneath thy land, by thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land, our native land. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Zach. That was James Weldon Johnson's Lift Every Voice and Sing. I get teared up with a lot of poetry stuff because I'm kind of an emotional guy. And thank you, Zaire. You really get tears in my eyes. This camera, I should have turned off my camera doing that. We want to keep going with some more poetry. I know we have some guest poets on this evening, and one I want to address early because she has a radio show she has to leave from here to go do. So I'm going to ask her to speak to us now. Breeze, how are you? Hello, Breeze.
I'm great, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for having me. I hate to go with a comedic poem after Lift Every Voice and Sing, but it does have a positive message. So,
Okay. Well, make us laugh.
All right. My eyebrows, my upper lip, inside my nose and chin. My knees caps, my thighs, and then my calves and shins. My belly button, my putty tat, my booty crack, my lower back. Places I'm supposed to wax. That's the female tax. That is whack, and I ain't going back. I like music flow where hair conducts, and I don't give a what. I said music flows where hair conducts, and I don't give a what. Hashtag feminism.
What was it called again? She have she chokes up. She took herself out on that one. That was funny. Okay, thank you. Oh, we snapping, snapping.
So y'all have a good night, and ladies, shave or don't shave. We're free now.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
I'll see y'all later. All right. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Breeze. She has a comedy show on the radio going on tonight, so we want to hear before she starts.
Well, no, tonight I'm on thegreatfm.com, and it's not a comedy show tonight. Actually, we're talking about mental health.
Oh,
but
good.
I used to be a teacher and an adolescent counselor. So
okay. All righty.
And Breeze Cool Comedy on Instagram. I will be back. I'm connected with Stage 320 and part of the family. So thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you so much.
Right, have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Is Rebecca on yet? Rebecca. Rebecca. I don't see her on the list, but the reason I was asking about Rebecca, we're going to have the youth do some poems by one of my favorite poets, and I always use his work and presentations that I like to do. And it's Langston Hughes. So we're here on 2 poems by the Interacting Youth Ensemble, if they're ready.
Is that Miss Catherine?
Yeah, they have the mic turned off. Their mic is off right now. MJ? I see her mic is off.
That's not because I have it turned
Hello?
off. She turned it off
Oh,
herself.
I'm sorry. She turned it off herself. Yeah,
Mm.
so we need to see your mic on so we can hear you guys. The mic is still off. I see the people, but the mic is off.
I don't see her
See if they can get
people.
the
Are they
mic on.
behind her?
Yeah, they're behind her. First, you got to get the mic on. You turn the mic on, please.
Here she is. She's there.
There we go.
Yes,
Okay.
we're trying to get
Hi,
the room quiet.
You got
Hello,
it?
we're live.
Okay.
We have an audience, so we're getting the room quiet.
Okay.
You ready? Okay. We're waiting. Hey, I think she got the camera.
There
in
she
her mouth.
goes. Yay.
Oh, there they are.
The Negro Speaks of Rivers by Langston Hughes. I've known rivers.
I've known rivers ancient as the world,
And older than the flow of human blood and human veins.
My soul has grown deep like the rivers.
I bathed in the Euphrates when dawns were young. I built my hut near the Congo and it lulled me to sleep. I looked upon the Nile and raised the pyramids above it.
I heard the singing of the Mississippi when
When
Abe Lincoln went down to New Orleans.
And I've seen its muddy bosom turn all golden in the sunset.
I've known rivers.
Ancient, dusty rivers.
My soul has grown deep like the rivers. Mother to Son by Langston Hughes.
Well, son, I'll tell you. Life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It's had tacks in it
And splinters
and boards torn up and places with no carpet on the floor, bare. But all the time, I've been climbing on
and reaching landing and turning corners.
and sometimes going in the dark
Where there ain't been no
light.
So boy, don't you turn back.
Don't you step down on the steps,
Cause you find it's kind of hard. Don't you fall now.
for I'm still going, honey. I still climbing. And life for me ain't been no crystal stair.
Okay, girls. Okay, wonderful girls. That was really nice.
That's really
Um,
nice.
They will come back again with another poem a little later on in the program.
Leroy, I want to take a
because
minute
there's
to,
another.
Leroy, 1 second. I want to introduce LD Robinson, who is the founder of the International Great Black Read Aloud Day. LD, would you like to say a few words? I don't see your face, but I know you're here.
He's on
Hi,
LD, open your mouth.
open your mic.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm just very thrilled.
I know, right?
Yeah. we have a whole ensemble.
I know, it's wonderful. And so I just want to, you to tell the group how it all got started. I believe she woke up from a divine dream. And then that's how we all get started, right? It comes divinely. And then it kind of just so go ahead.
Yes, the International Great Black Read Aloud Day started just from a thought, some inspiration about our reading aloud and literacy, and really just showing how broad the spectrum of Black literature is around the world. And so I had the idea and, fiddled with it, and I called Donna and said, what do you think about this? And she's like, oh, sounds great. I think it should be international. And why one day? Just do the whole month. So we've been doing the entire month, and I've been getting, we've been getting good feedback from people. I see people out and about, and they're like, oh yes, I've been listening to you online reading. Thank you. And so I'm just glad we've had other people to join in and read. And I can't tell you, Mr. Meadows, what tonight means to have a whole ensemble dedicate their gifts and skills to showcasing Black literature. I am humbled and grateful. I really am. I just wanted to follow what I have been prompted to do. And doing that is, I'm grateful. I really am. Just everyone's participation, the feedback, the comments, even the people who tell me they read aloud, but they don't post it. So I'm just thrilled.
So thank you so much. I do want you guys to join us. I gave you all the dates. And LD, don't ever call me with something to do, you know, because I'm going to make you do it. You're going to,
Yeah.
Angie B.
She's at work, but she's such a great poet artist because I want to get more into the more advanced, not advanced poet, but the more modern poets, like spoken word.
Yeah.
And we have a great spoken word artist on here now.
We are ready.
Her name is Simone. And Simone, are you ready to go now?
Yes.
Simone? Okay.
Yes.
We're here from Simone's.
Hi, everybody.
Ready, we're here, Simone.
All right. Hi, everybody. I thank you for allowing me to be here and to share some of my work that I've done. This one's called My Grammatical Life. I write my words with the pen because you cannot erase parts of life. There's no backspace, so when I mess up, I revise, then I rewrite. But sometimes I don't realize my grammatical errors, like when I run into miscommunication. Yeah. One single word can mess everything up and you can end up marrying devastation. I mean, not to be all depressing, like some people could just lose a couple bucks or time on preparation. I'm just naming some results on what can happen from not communicating. And I know that still kind of went over your head, and that's okay because that's life. If you could read it right then and there, then you wouldn't know strife. But see, that's the reason why I always check myself twice. Reflexive verbs remind me that my actions always will reflect on my life. So yeah, I've turned in some essays that look like I didn't have light, but you know, that was when life was hard. I was in the dark for some time that I began not to mind. Before that, I was right between the margins until I became careless. Then I saw that as being stuck in boxes, so then I became fearless. Then the realist came along, all pessimistic and ish, said, death waits outside our houses, and that's as real as it gets. He's personifying his issues. I didn't see it a threat. That's the power of make-believe. See, that's what the realist rejects. You got to take a chance and live, and that's as real as it gets. But what we do like to believe in is this onomatopoeia, tick-tock, tick-tock. We've been dancing with the idea that a person is at a place for a reason, like it was meant to be or meant to make a part, to put things together using apostrophes at the end of the positives so that the negatives can hang. Sadly, this ain't photography, but the bigger picture still remains that we've all been framed at that point. Sometimes you do need another negative to gain the high of a joint, but double or nothing, right? Idioms will pull your cards for nothing. All them adjectives around you, life want to know if you bluffing, man. I can say this because I've seen it all. My soul has been walking for ages. I'm just saying, my soul has been walking for ages. I'm just hyperbole saying, I can recall when Karma had hit me up. She said, yo, come pick me up. And all I said was, deja vu. My girl was in the other room. She was like, deja vu. And from then on, I argued at a wall trying to defend my truth. But I guess we all need a break. That's why there's a pause and a cause, comma. We have to let things set in, period. Life was meant for us to question. Marks were left for us to wonder. Expressions are defined with exclamations. So I think we get the point. Punctuations helps others understand the meaning of why you sway your words in such fashion. And we should all be leaders and not bandwagon. What a grammatical life. Thank you.
Thank you, Simone. Thank you, Simone. Hey,
Thank
Simone,
you.
are you standing in the rain?
It's kind of sprinkling, but I'm outside. It was the quietest place I could find.
Clear the mic.
I didn't hear it. Kind of froze on me.
Simone?
Yes, I can hear
Anybody
you.
else here? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the communication is breaking up or not. But I was gonna say,
Yeah.
is it raining outside? Yeah, I heard of the thing singing in the rain, and when you were doing, I thought poetry in the rain. That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you so much. All righty. We have my wife writes some poems, and she wanted to read one that I think was really nice, and I'm asking for two, but the first I ask about is called Suffer. So Gil, are you ready to read that poem? Hello?
No, I'm not ready to read Suffer. I'm not ready to read that one. I'm gonna read This Strange Freedom first.
Okay.
Okay. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Fruit from the bitter tree fill our bellies and souls with glee. Who knew what rot the belly and gut the heart? It's like we never left from whence we start. Bullets fly, people of color die. We don't have to ask why. It's the echo of the slave's cry. The only entitlement we have is to lay dead on the slab. No dream so deferred as this strange freedom lost for words. Yes, this strange freedom, fragile and ever fleeting. Our children will know its hurtful ways as we see it repeating. Stylish clothes, gourmet food, but this strange freedom still eludes. Our ancestors' plight is still our fight. This strange freedom lost in the night.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Gil. That was nice. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm glad you chose that to read.
Yeah.
Okay. Our next lady on the program is Rebecca Butterfly. Now, Rebecca, are you there? I see your mic is open. Can you hear me okay? Rebecca? Hello? She's not there. She might have walked away from her screen. Rebecca?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. So
her mic is not on. Her mic is not on.
I don't see a mic is not like highlighted.
No, she didn't connect it. So if you could give her a call or email her.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, I want to ask Melissa. I don't see Melissa. Who's Melissa? Rebecca. I know what we can do. We can hear from the young kids again. Okay. They have there's a great poet who MJ, the girls are ready again. They're going to do a poem from one of the few people who did a poem as an inaugural poem for a president. So the poem they're going to do, though, is not the poem that that lady wrote for the president. She wrote so many other wonderful poems. And so we're going to hear one poem from her. MJ, are the girls ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay.
Phenomenal Woman by Maya Angelou. Pretty women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model's size. But when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies.
I say,
it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step,
the curl of my lips.
I'm a woman, phenomenally,
Phenomenal woman.
That's me. I walk into a room just as cool as you please.
And to a man, the fellow stand or fall down on their knees. Then they swim around me, a hive of honeybees.
I say, it's the fire in my eyes, and the flash of my teeth,
the swing in my waist,
and the joy in my feet. I'm a woman,
phenomenally,
phenomenal woman.
That's me.
Men themselves have wondered what they see in me,
they try so much,
but they can't touch
my inner mystery.
Now you understand just why my head to not bow.
I don't shout or jump about,
or have to talk real loud, but when you see me passing, it ought to make you proud.
I say, it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair,
the palm of my hand,
the need for my care.
Cause I'm a woman, phenomenally,
phenomenal woman.
That's me.
Okay, girls, that was pretty good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As you know, I write some poems myself. So I didn't want to read any of my poems because I thought that would be a little egotistical, but I'm an egotistical guy anyway. So I'm gonna have one of the young ladies do 2 short poems that I wrote. Can she come forward with those 2 poems, MJ?
Hi, my name is Chloe Grace, and I'm going to be reading 2 poems for you.
Speak up and speak loud.
Hi, my name is Chloe Grace, and I'm going to be reading 2 poems for you. You are you. Isn't it wonderful you are you? Only you can be you. Wherever you go, you are there. Wherever you do, you do. If you are tall, you are tall. If you are short, you are short. You are unique. You are the only you there will ever be. Count to 10. They say if I count to 10, I'll feel better. 1, 2, 3. By the time I get to 10, I won't be angry. 4, 5, 6. By the time I get to 10, I won't be mad. 7, I won't be violent. 8, I won't be disturbed. 9, I feel better.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. That was good. So much, Chloe. That's cute. Okay. She gave some life to the poem for me. More than I could give it. I'm looking to see if Melissa here. Is Melissa here yet? I haven't seen her at all. Melissa and Rebecca. Did Rebecca come back on? She was having trouble connecting.
She has no audio.
Yeah, she said she can hear us, but she couldn't see us or something like that. And she has several poems we really wanted her to do. She's trying to connect now. I see again. Saying connecting. So
there's a question on the table. How old are the young ladies who just performed? Do you know?
Okay, the different ages. Let's ask MJ. Can you have them come up and introduce themselves and their ages?
That would be nice.
Let's do one at a time.
MJ,
come up, introduce yourself, and let them know how old you are. Yeah, your name, the high school you attend, and your age.
Okay, name.
Okay, come on. Close. Your name.
Hello. My name is Kyle Onfroy. I go to Southwestern Middle School and I'm 14 years old.
Hello, my name is Soleil Carrington. I'm 15 and I go to Atlantic High School.
Hello, my name is Carly. I'm 14 and I attend Mainland High School. Hello, my name is Destiny Griffin. I'm 14 and I go to Southwestern Middle.
Hello, my name is Olivia King. I'm 14 years old and I attend Southwestern Middle School.
Thank you.
Have one more.
Where's Chloe?
Stand up. Stand up.
Hi, my name is Chloe Grace, and I go to Holly Hill School in Daytona Beach, and I'm 7 years old.
Okay, thank you guys. While I'm still waiting for Rebecca, but I do want to have Zaire earlier this year won an award for being in a talent competition. He won first place for a monologue. The monologue is very poetic, so I asked him if he could read it or present it today. Zaire, are you still there?
Yes, sir, Mom. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right.
I can hear you. Should we see you or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All
Can
right.
you do that monologue, please, the title and whatnot?
Okay. The title of the monologue is I Am a Man by Marcus Gartley. My name is Zaire Allen. I'm 15 years old and I do attend Mainland High School. So I'm a Man by Marcus Gartley. Soon and very soon I would be dead. A second ago, I was shot in the back by a police officer or a rival gang member, a stray bullet, or maybe just a trigger-happy neighbor on neighborhood watch. In the end, it doesn't matter what or who killed me, because the race or verdict won't bring me back to life. But I just want you to know before I bleed to death, that I don't want to be your victim. I want my death to save a life. So don't be sad. Don't simply give my mama money to feed your bleeding heart. But instead, please, I beg you to get angry. Get angry enough to act. Harass and make demands from your mayor, your congressperson, and your president until they feel the weights of your rage. March for me in streets stained with my blood, and let pyres of guns and bullets burn on corners to light my vigil. Then if you have some faith left, scream my name to a loving God until the earth trembles, until your voice box cracks inside your throats, or at least until one day goes by in this country where another Black youth does not become a casualty on the evening news. Look at me. I am worth 1,000,000 stars. I am not some face hidden in a hoodie, a ruffian with a rebellious past, a rap lyric, a hoodlum with his pants down to his knees, a hustler hanging with the wrong crowd, a crackhead nor a felon. Look deeper. I am not your greatest fear. Look me in the eyes. I am a man. Thank you.
Yay, 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 yay.
Thank you, Zaire. Thank you. I still don't see Rebecca on, so two more things we will have. Rebecca was going to say some things about poetry. Langston Hughes' work and we talked about in meetings her and I had discussions how poetry just sometimes just segue into like the lift every voice and sing. The poetry was there and then it became the song. So MJ, can you have Destiny do the song that she has, which is so poetic and so loving and caring that I'd like to have her present that song. Can you have MJ come up now, please?
Yes.
Let's see if they have her music ready.
This is awesome.
And stand by, Bria, be on standby. She's still here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
thank you. After this song, thank you. I don't think Rebecca's gonna make it.
I was born by the river in a little tent.
been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh yes it will. It's been so hard living, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh yes it will. I go to the movie and I go downtown. Somebody keep telling me don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh yes it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me down on my knees. Oh, there's been times that I thought I couldn't last for long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh yes it will.
Thank you, thank you. That was Destiny again. Thank you, Destiny. Thank you. I want to take this time to just mention the location where the kids are is at stage 320, where we have our acting group, but it's also the location of the group that put forth the flyer, and they do flyers, other shows, and projects. The name of the group is called Stylish Astronaut Project Management and Media Group. And that's MJ Jackson and Rashad, who's over that group. So give them a little shout out. I want to give a shout out to them for helping us on this project this evening. That was Stylish Astronaut Project Management and Media Group. I thank you all for coming on, but we want to end now with something very more current, because we got a new president, and I said very few people did poetry at an inauguration. And just this year, a little 20-year-old young lady who I came to find out was very well versed than I had anticipated. One second. Amanda, you guys know of Amanda Gordon. You saw her. She said, to tell you a little bit about her background, if you haven't read any more about her beyond just seeing her, she's the youngest inaugural poet ever in the United States. And she joins that small group of poets. None of her predecessors faced the challenge that Gorman did. She set out to write a poem that would inspire hope and foster a sense of collective purpose at a moment when Americans are reeling from a deadly pandemic, political violence, and partisan division. In her poem, she wrote, "I'm not going to in any way gloss over what we've seen over in the past few weeks, and I dare say the past few years. But what I really aspire to do in the poem is to be able to use my words to envision a way in which our country can still come together and can still heal. She said it's doing that in a way that is not erasing out or neglecting the harsh truth I think America needs to reconcile with. She fell in love with poetry at a young age and distinguished herself quickly as a rising talent. She was raised in Los Angeles, where her mother teaches middle school, and she would write journals in the playground. At 16 years old, she was named the Youth Poet Laureate of Los Angeles. A few years later, she was studying sociology at Harvard. She became the National Youth Poet Laureate. She was the first person to hold that position. Her poem is going to be read for us this evening by Bria Janelle. She's a young actress. She's performed a lot. She's now, I was talking to her earlier, she's branching out and doing a lot of paintings. Her work is being carried around the world. So I'd like to have her do this poem for us. Bria, please.
All right. Hello, everybody. When day comes, we ask ourselves, where can we find light in this never-ending shade? The loss we carry, a sea we must wade. We've braved the belly of the beast. We've learned that quiet isn't always peace. And the norms and notions of what is just isn't always justice. And yet the dawn is ours before we knew it. Somehow we do it. Somehow we've weathered and witnessed a nation that isn't broken, but simply unfinished. We, the successors of a country in a time where a skinny Black girl descended from slaves and raised by a single mother could dream of becoming president, only to find herself reciting for one. And yes, we are far from polished, far from pristine, but that doesn't mean we are striving to form a union that is perfect. We are striving to forge a union with purpose, to compose a country committed to all cultures, color, character, and conditions of man. And so we lift our gazes not to what stands between us, but what stands before us. We close the divide because we know to put our futures first. We must first put our differences aside. We lay down our arms so we can reach out our arms to one another. We seek harm to none and harmony for all. Let the globe, if nothing else, say this is true. That even when we grieved, we grew. That even when we hurt, we hoped. That even as we tired, we tried. That we'll forever be tied together, victorious. Not because we will never know defeat, but because we will never again sow division. Scripture tells us to envision that everyone shall sit under their own vine and fig tree, and no one should make them afraid. If we're to live up to our time, the victory won't lie in the blade, but in all the bridges we've made. That is the promised glade, the hill we climb. If only we dare. It's because being American is more than a pride we inherit. It's the past we stepped into and how we repair it. We've seen a force that would shatter our nation rather than share it. We destroy our country if it meant delaying democracy. And this effort very nearly succeeded. But while democracy can be periodically delayed, it can never be permanently defeated in this truth. In this faith we trust. For while we have our eyes on the future, history has its eyes on us. This is the era of just redemption, We feared at its inception. We did not feel prepared to be the heirs of such a terrifying hour, but within it, we found the power to author a new chapter, to offer hope and laughter to ourselves. So while once we asked, how could we possibly prevail over catastrophe? Now we assert, how can catastrophe possibly prevail over us? We will not march back to what was, but move to what shall be. A country that is bruised but whole, malignant but bold, fierce and free. We will not be turned around or interrupted by intimidation, but because we know our inaction and interior will be the inheritance of the next generation. Our blunders become their burdens, but one thing is certain: if we merge mercy with might and might with right, then love becomes our legacy and change our children's birthright. So let us leave behind a country better than the one we were left with. Every breath from our bronze pounded chest, we will rise this wounded world into a wondrous one. We will rise from the gold-limbed hills of the West. We will rise from the windswept Northeast, where our forefathers first realized revolution. We will rise from the lake rim cities of the Midwestern states. We will rise from the sun-baked South. We will rebuild, reconcile, and recover. In every known nook of our nation, in every corner called our country, our people, diverse and beautiful, will emerge, battered and beautiful. When day comes, we step out of that shade, aflame and unafraid. The new dawn blooms as we free it, for there is always light. If only we were brave enough to see it. If only we were brave enough to be it.
Thank you so very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you for being here for us. We did have one poet. I know we got a moment for maybe about one short poem. Kissa Lewis came in and she was having difficulties getting on. So Makissa, you have time for a very short poem. Are you there? You on your mic? She may have, Makissa, can you hear me? Makissa, do you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
We have
Okay.
a short poem by you.
Okay. Strange fruit. Go ahead.
Yes,
you want
go
me to start? Okay.
Yes.
Strange fruit. The smell never goes away. You just learn to live it and live it away. The smell that inspires strange fruit that Billy sings. You know the smell because it is one of those black things, like being programmed to hate your black skin, fighting others that look like you so they don't win. The smell is just another fact we know all too well. Our ancestors do not need to tell of what was done and what was not done, because we either experienced it or know of someone. And no whitewashing can take that smell away, for there is always going to be another body the next day. It is a black thing that makes us aware, makes us overly cautious and living in constant fear. But we also know we must not overreact and we must remain calm. We do not have the luxury of raising the alarm, or the consequence is that the strange fruit we smell will be used in the story of our short-lived life they tell.
Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank Kissa for trying to get in. She has a new poetry. I guess this is a book behind her, My Sister You. So you might be able to, it may be coming out soon. I want to thank all the poets, everyone for joining us on this evening. I want to thank LD Robinson for starting the Read Aloud program this month. I know Black History Month started out with just, talking about Martin Luther King and a few other people. And it's evolving into being a very broad look at our work and our love for one other in different areas. And I'm so happy that it's happening in the art world, the portrait world. So everybody, thanks for being on this evening. And do you have anything, Donna, to say before you close?
I can't say anything except I am overwhelmed and just I can't say anything. I can say thank you. I can say thank you to the young people who did not find it robbery to spend a Thursday evening here celebrating the International Great Black Read Aloud Day, and all the adults who take the time with the children. Bria, you took my breath away. I mean, it's just wonderful that you have emerged as a poet and a beautiful Black woman and all the other things that you can do with your life. MJ Jackson, the time you spend with these children are going to be, that's forever. They will think about you forever. And everyone else, thank you so, so much. And Leroy, I love you. Gail, thank you for letting me have your husband. And thank you very much. Thank you.
Everyone,
good night.
Happy. Remember. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Read some forgiveness books.
Yeah, read out loud. It's a great International Read Out Loud Day.
Read aloud.
Read out loud. So,
good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Thank
so
you.
LD and Evangelist B, Angie B, and her husband Barty. So, guys, could we have thought of anything better for this? I mean, this just was something that we thought about, but never thought it would come to fruition. LD, are you there? Are you on? Are you on camera?
Right.
So you're the one who brought it to us. What do you think about tonight as we end this hour that just has me for cleft?
Yeah.
I'm in awe. I really don't have any words. I am in awe. I really am.
To see that
I love reading, and
right.
and so as most people know, my mom would have us read aloud. You couldn't just read, you had to read out aloud. And that has stuck with me even in my own just leisure reading, and just to hear the comments and the things that people have told me is amazing. And to have each of you to join in and participate is I am just more than grateful. I'm just extremely grateful.
Angie B.
Sorry.
That's okay. Angie B.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely. Absolutely beautiful. And even when you said, come on for a few minutes, I was going to do whatever you asked me to do. But then when the little trio came out and then the child started singing, and the young brother, it felt like church on Easter Sunday when all the kids got up and give the 7 last sayings of Christ.
Easter poems.
It resonated in my soul. It was just and I'm so happy that you recorded it. I can't
Zaire
wait.
was amazing. Thank you, Zaire. I mean, really, it was just amazing.
May I say something, please?
Yes, please.
Leroy, thank you so much.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And I've just sent a text to MJ. Those little girls don't know that was an audition tape, because I'd like for them to be in a film that I'm doing. So hopefully everything will come together. It's a little poem, a little rhyme called Kamala's Jump Rope Rhyme, but we're going to make a movie out of it. And we want Black girls to recite the poem in the film. So they've just auditioned and been accepted.
Oh.
Somehow we'll get this done.
Look at
we're in Miami, so it's not that far.
It's not that far. We'll get up the money to get them there.
We'll send a crew up there.
Yep.
We'll definitely send a crew up.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
that was beautiful.
that
Beautiful.
is,
You
yeah.
guys are great.
Thank you so,
Thank
so much.
you. Talk to you later, Leroy and Gail.
Okay, thank you.
So we're going to end this special Zoom in on a fresh conversation, which encompassed the International Great Black Read Aloud Day that started with a mustard seed. Right? Started with a mustard seed. And we're going to do this again internationally. We have a young lady coming from Indonesia on next Friday, and somebody from the UK during the week. So international is what it is. And anyway, thank you so much. Thank you guys. Good night.